There we go. Now you're first, Marty. All right, here we are. I wanted to stream in portrait, which is a little bit different than what I usually do. Just give me a sec. Because I was thinking at some point, if we wanted to, could point the camera down and look at cards, or we could just look at magic stuff that I'm doing. Okay, so everybody who joined that last stream and didn't hear me say, don't go anywhere, probably a little bit confused. I'm just gonna grab something. I should have grabbed it before I went live again, but live and learn. Live and learn, I say, as I knock my stuff over. This is the magic of life. This is what I say every time. Hi to everybody who's just joining. I'm just getting my crystal grid and stuff. I should have grabbed it before, but I didn't. So hello to everybody who's just joining. Give me 2 seconds. I am not as on the ball as I thought. Ah, hey, little sparrow. Okay. So much salt stuck in my crystal mat from the last time I used it. I'll shake it out really good. It just got washed, but there's, of course, what the heck, we'll throw this in there. Wax melted all over it and stuff. Okay. See if I can set this back up without knocking us over again. Hello. There we go. That's better. Can everybody hear me? I think my microphone's connected. Everything should be working just fine. Throw a sweater on. I do have my fan running in the background, so if that sound bothers you, just let me know, and I can always turn it down or off or whatever. Okay. I wonder how far this camera thing will bend. Oh! Really good. Okay. I just have to make sure this doesn't fall down. Uh-oh. Just seeing if it can get a good view of my crystal grid, and it absolutely can. Okay. So, I'm gonna let a few more of you guys enter the chat and get settled in. I'm just going to, well, I could find a way to point this down, I guess, without knocking the whole thing over. I think. I have to counter it like this. Oh, I think I figured it out. Okay. This. Can you guys see the crystal grid and everything? I might have to. No, if I pull the table close to me, that'll knock everything down. Okay. I'm just getting everything set up. Here. Want you. Well, I could put you here if I'm really careful burning you. Okay. I was thinking we'd start off by setting some really good positive intentions for 2021. Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't realize my buttons were open kind of there. Whew. Gonna grab a couple more crystals. Praying I don't knock my thing over again. Okay. Oh, it's this microphone thing. There. You guys can still see the crystal grid and everything, okay? So I'll take my ring. My ring is hematite. Is it called hematite or hematite? I call it hematite, but I get corrected a lot. So hematite, I'm going to throw that in there too. It could probably use a little bit of magical cleansing. Okay. I was doing some magic last night. I have a self-love jar. I could show it to you guys in a minute, but I was burning down a pink candle for myself, and it looks like that is completely all gunked up in there. But you know what? That's okay. I got my lighter. Yes, Elaine, yes, I am using my phone. I wanted to stream in portrait mode, so it's gonna look really weird on your guys' screens, especially if you're on desktop, like on your computer or whatever. But I thought it would make it easier to see what I was doing. With my crystal grid and stuff like that. Oh, of course, I'm gonna light my vanilla Reiki candle, calling on my spirit guides, the spirit guides of everyone watching this, just calling on the love and the light of all that is to come and be with us. We make this message loud and clear that only love is welcome here. That's an intention I do want to set for 2021 also, is I make this message loud and clear, only love and light is welcome here. However, Spirit is telling me we can't always have just love and light and everything perfect all the time, or else where's the challenge of how do we grow, right? Can you guys see? Okay, somebody was saying they couldn't see me or the crystals. Can you guys see my crystals? Can you see the grid and my candles and stuff? I'll move this one out of the way. Can everybody see it? Okay, cool. Oh, hey, Renee, I didn't realize it was your birthday. Happy birthday. I just see that somebody had mentioned that in the comments there. All right, I'm also gonna grab, I think of all of these things after my camera is on, right? Of course. Bay leaves, marker. I love using bay leaves for magic. It is just so quick and it's so easy. Okay, so you guys can see them. All right. So that last person must have just been having maybe just an issue with their display or something. Whatever. No, it doesn't matter. Let's put that nice, pretty... I still don't remember what this is called. I've just been calling it like a sugar crystal because it looks... The little sparkly little grains on it, it looks like little granules of sugar. Okay, there we go. Oh. There. That's a little more comfortable. Nope, yeah, now you guys are like, oh, I can just see your bay leaves bag. I know, I know. Okay, so I was thinking, oh, there's a bay leaf I haven't burned yet. It says I prosper at every turn. I guess I'll do that one later. I was thinking we'd come up with ideas, things that we want to manifest in the year 2021. It can be for ourselves. It can be for the world. It can be for other people. Like, for example, actually, okay, this crystal is gorgeous, but I need to move it. Also, here we go. You might not be able to see what I'm writing, but I'm healing. For example, that's something I want to help bring into the world in 2021 is healing. I don't know, that's probably backwards to you guys, hey? It looks backwards on my camera, but that's okay. So I burned the bay leaf. I mean, even just writing it down that you want to manifest healing, like that's powerful on its own. But I just like the added bonus of very carefully, because we're using fire, of course, gotta be very careful, burning the bay leaves, and to me, that just like solidifies my intent to send that out to the universe. And when the smoke kind of rises up in my room or whatever, sure, it just sort of settles wherever it does, but I visualize it, you know, going out just everywhere into the universe to make that intention known. I want to bring healing into the new year, 2021. So that's like physical healing for people, healing for the planet, you know. We want people to stop getting coronavirus. We want people to stop getting sick. Healing for the planet, of course, that can mean like earth healing from pollution. It can be spiritual healing, mental, emotional, whatever kind of healing. And yes, burning bay leaves actually smells amazing. If you like the smell of bay leaf, of course. Personally, I don't like sage, so that's why I use bay leaf instead. But I think they smell kind of sweet. Just looking at you guys' comments here. Unity. Renee wants to manifest unity. That would be great. Just unity among people. And you know what, in that same vein, I'm going to write on the back of this leaf, peace. I want to manifest unity and bring togetherness and peace and harmony into the new year, into 2021 and going forward. The last few years have been really tough on people and relationships, and just on people just in regard to, I don't know, all of these like tough sudden changes and scary things that we've been seeing, you know, all that dark, corrupt stuff being uncovered every day. It's getting to be a little bit much. So we want to manifest some unity and some peace, and just, we need to at least take a break from that, Spirit. Spirit says, I know. Healing of the planet, Merida. Elaine says compassion. Oh, Laura had to go. Sorry, Laura, I missed you. But if you watch this back, you'll hear this part. Compassion. That's a good one. Spirit wants me to also write down selfless love. We're kind to each other, not because we expect something in return, whether a reward from them or some karmic reward from Spirit. I gotta stop bouncing my leg. I see that's making my whole table jiggle. But just caring for others because we know it's the right thing and because it needs to be done. I think I also saw empathy, something like that in the comments too. So we have compassion and selfless love. We have empathy. These leaves, I must have just left the package a little bit open because they kind of have some moisture on them, but they're still burning amazingly. And I always think it's a really good sign when the bay leaf burns really strongly, or the flame on your candle, for example, is burning really strongly. Because I always just, it just shows me like, yes, spirit is like agreeing, like we're on fire for this idea. Merida had suggested, I think it was you, healing for the planet. Earth healing. On the back, Spirit wants me to write healthy planet. And Spirit's saying a healthy planet is made up of healthy people with healthy habits and routines healthy can mean, in this case, now in this society, waste, garbage stuff is kind of inevitable, but just being mindful of what we purchase, use, how we use it, how we dispose of it, recycling and reusing whenever we can. Just little examples like that, but there are all kinds of ways to care about the planet. Some people care about the well-being of, plants, wetlands and stuff. Some people care about just the well-being of animals and species, and some people care about the well-being of other people. It takes all kinds to have a healthy and functioning planet. You know what? Now this one says I on it because it was one I had made for myself, but I want to wish this for everybody now. Oh, this is upside down. I wish for us to all prosper at every turn. Like, just no more obstacles. We just are on a clear stretch of road where we can, it's like sprinting towards our goals and being able to do what we've dreamed of doing and being able to go after what it is we desire, if we desire anything. It's okay if you don't desire something. Or, if you desire nothing. That's what I mean. That's okay too. And on the back, the bay leaf was just saying, like, I am abundant. So yeah, Spirit wanted us to definitely prosper at every turn. Manifestation, we're going to get really good at that in this coming year. Spirit was kind of pointing this out to me last night while I was trying to get some sleep. That I need to start working on practicing meditation and work on focusing my intention and being able to separate who I am as a powerful being from the thoughts and feelings that I experience. And that's not just for me, that is for everybody, but Spirit was just pointing that out to me last night. Checking comments. Do we have anything else? Forgiveness from Dawn. That sounds like a good one. Peace. Peace, forgiveness. You know what? I'll write these all down and then we'll okay. Peace. And on the back, forgiveness. Okay. Somebody said integrity in their government. That's a good one. Integrity in. And we'll just say, this is for everybody. Doesn't matter whose government, but integrity in it. That's a really good one. Yes, Renee, this is a Shokure candle. I drew that on there. Oh, Renee has some really cool information. Ganesh is a good entity to go to ask for help with removing obstacles. That's really cool. Growing spirituality in the world, little sparrow. Yes, and you know what? Everybody is, the world really is, we're all going through, it's a mass spiritual awakening. And it can be really uncomfortable, so I guess we can always just ask for guidance and help. Guidance, help. Okay, so integrity in the government. I have guidance and help on the back of that, but you know what? That's okay. Spirit will guide and help them as well. Spiritual awakening world. On the back. So there's we're all going through this mass awakening. Our collective consciousness is waking up. I wrote help. Sorry, just looking at comments. I'm creeping over here in the corner. Drop says, my intents are my secret, but always out of love. And that's okay. If you don't want to share them, that's totally fine. Everybody does this kind of practice in their own way. I'm going to draw a little Shokurei Reiki symbol on here. It means place the power of the universe here. Or you can use it to call on spirit, however you perceive that. So for me, it's like calling on my spiritual guides and keep bouncing my leg and shaking the table. Spiritual guides and my perception of God. So to have the presence of spirit and the presence of, I'm going to put a little heart on here too. Just the presence of love in the world. I just want love to take over. This is really what I want. Love to take over and to help people grow and to help soften people. And I just want for people to be able to help heal themselves and each other. So I have our peace and forgiveness bay leaves. Ooh. It's high time this has entered our world. Not that it isn't present already, but high time that we get a little extra dose of it. Peace and forgiveness. Okay. White light, guidance from spirit, the presence of God to be with us all. Which God is love, everything is love. So that means the presence of love to come in. We want love to take over. We ask that love reigns in 2021, that love rules. That love sets the example that we are meant to follow. Spiritual awakening in the world. Help! God, please help us with our individual awakening processes. And I know that it's not every single person in the world is having a spiritual awakening, but it's just on a really large scale. So many people are. So many people need guidance and help as they begin to learn new information and as they begin to challenge old ways of thinking and old core beliefs that no longer serve them. As they begin to form newer, healthier habits that will help them to grow and to be who we're meant to be. Guidance and help from the angels, from God, integrity in our governments. And when I say God, I just mean the spirit of love, the presence of love. We want concern and care for the citizens, for the people to be of the most importance. We just want love and empathy to reign supreme. That one burned really well. We want love, empathy, honesty, integrity to reign supreme. Let's look at comments. Okay, so with that, I'm also going to burn, I have cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon is really good for attracting abundance. Now, an abundance of what? Well, that's up to you, what you want an abundance of. So you can wave this around and visualize and expect and be grateful in advance and in the present for an abundance of, well, I mean, if you need money, then it's okay to ask for it. Some material wealth if you need it, but you can also ask for an abundance of joy, an abundance of peace. I often find myself asking for an abundance of creativity, because lately I'd been feeling like I was in a real creative slump. I had to get rid of so much, I've had to process, I should say, so much old baggage and old stuff that doesn't serve me anymore, old bad habits and old pains that I thought I'd gotten over, right? But it turned out I'd just repressed them. I've had so much to process, and it really took a toll on my creativity. So I love burning cinnamon you know, being grateful for the abundance of creativity in my life. But I'm also grateful for the abundance of, well, love and joy and happiness that I have. Also, it smells amazing. It just, your house will always smell like Christmas baking. Honestly, if anything, just burn cinnamon sticks because they smell good. No, these ones are still kind of smoldering, so I'm going to let them just sit and not burn anything. Carefully blowing things off my mat. Oh, hey, you guys are still coming up with awesome things to like manifest. Somebody wrote down, or somebody suggested finding our soul friends, connecting with soul friends. Connecting with our soul friends. And then, I don't know, on the back of that, I just felt like I needed to write, not only are we going to, do we want to connect with our soul mates or soul friends, or recognize the loved ones around us that we already have who might already be soul friends and stuff. I just wanted to ask Spirit for help with being a good friend. So yeah, we find our tribe. We find our special ones. We find our soul friends, our soul mates, our soul, whatever you want to call that. But at the same time, help us to be good friends. Help us to be good people. Help us to be good to each other. This vanilla candle smells so, so good, you guys. This candle plus, wow, kind of have like a hoarse voice today. I think I need water. But anyways, this candle plus the cinnamon sticks together is driving me crazy. Smells so good. And, okay, so for Christmas, this one, I gotta be careful picking it up and showing you guys. Marshmallow fireside. It's like a scented candle. It smells like vanilla. It smells like marshmallows. Got it for Christmas. It's amazing. Yes, my room smells like a bakery, little sparrow. It absolutely does. Totally does. All right. Now I have like the whole pile of ash and like burnt leaves and stuff just right over here where I'm pointing, just above my mat. I don't want to put all of it all over my mat and make a huge mess, but I'm going to put my little pretty sugar looking crystal here, and we're going to use that representing the pile of ash and burnt stuff, intentions that we've sent out. Oh no, Spirit wants me to roll my wand between my hands. It just gets the energy flowing. Feels all tingly and weird now. I love it. I love that feeling. We can do a couple of viewer requests in a minute here. I saw somebody had a quick question. I'm just going around my grid in little clockwise circles. However, you can feel free to shape or trace the shapes or the pattern on your grid. I really feel like there is no wrong way to do this. There are guidelines and stuff, ways that people have done and practiced magic for however many years, and it's like you could do it this way, but your personal, is it brand or your personal, whatever, your personal brand of magic is your own. And the universe knows what you mean. That life force, that energy, that all that is so intelligent. It knows what you're trying to do. And it wants to help you. Where did I get my grid? There's a metaphysical shop in my town called Yin Yang Center. And it came from there. I got it over a year ago now, probably a year and a half. And it was right after I'd had a psychic reading with somebody that works a lot with the Archangel Metatron. And I was just walking around in the store, and this kind of crystal grid really jumped out at me. And I loved the pattern on it. It just this beautiful, to me, it kind of looked like a little floral pattern. It looked like a star. And then so I bought it, I took it home, and the little price tag on it, I didn't realize that on the back, the shopkeeper had written Metatron. So this was Metatron's cube. So that was kind of cool how that kind of got brought into my awareness. We got a couple of new comments here. Ooh, you guys are talking about eucalyptus, and I think that smells amazing. I know my sister totally swears by it whenever she gets like a blocked sinuses or whatever. Eucalyptus. Okay, so I'm gonna very carefully blow the vanilla candle out. Okay. Put my ring back on. I feel like the energy is all charged and cleaned up, and I like wearing my hematite ring because I fidget a lot, and it's just nice and smooth. It's easy to fidget with. I think that it helps me to just stay grounded and stay calm sometimes when my imagination or my emotions want to just run 1,000 miles an hour. It's kind of helpful to have a crystal on you that's going to help you be like, no. Hey, thank you. My man just brought me some food. I'm so happy. But anyways, yeah, just a crystal that goes like, no, honey, you need to settle down. You need to chill. You need to think about where you are right now. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you feel? What's happening in the present? It just helps me to remember to be present. That's just me though. I'm really excited. My man just brought something from Burger King. Our city just got a new Burger King, and so apparently it's been really good, and I haven't tried it yet. All right, now. Hi. It's been a hot minute since, there we go. I think I'll still keep it streaming in portrait. We're already on here. Ooh, Nancy, that's a really good idea. Saging your home and just removing old energy from previous year or previous years even. Just old energy that doesn't need to stick around. Oh, hey Mims. Hey everybody who just joined. So I'm just gonna take my crystal grid and gently toss it over there. Get bay leaf ash up my nose. That's totally fine. Elaine, yeah, I'm happy too. I've tried not to address it too much or talk about it on my channel, but life changes, right? And relationships change and people change, and it's okay. I'm exactly where I need to be, and I'm very happy. All right, so now, tarot cards. I figure it's time to do that. There's so much ash on my table. Totally worth it, though. And it's interesting because I never really used to believe in the concept of twin flames because I maybe I had my understanding of it wasn't quite right, because, you know, I always thought like, I'm a whole soul. We're not two halves of one soul. Well, no, you're not. What it is your souls mirror each other so closely that it's almost like you were two halves of one soul. And I definitely have my twin flame. That's the connection that we have. I'm really happy. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, I know some of you guys had asked, and it was just, I know a lot of you asked because you were concerned, and I know you guys wanted me to be happy and stuff like that, but I am, so we're good. I'm going to keep my marshmallow fireside candle burning. It smells amazing. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm going to do to help sort of cleanse my space? I brought this out. I was going to show this to you guys a while ago, and I got distracted by MAGICK, but I love my singing bowl. I got it about 3 years ago, just about. I adore it. I love playing with it, and I just love the sound. You guys can hear it fine? Yeah, I love it. It makes me so happy. I love hearing the tones and the vibration. I can feel it go like through my head almost. I can like feel it go through one ear and in the other, and it brings me a lot of joy. Oh, hey. As I said that, I see a comment from Ellie. Next year should bring you much joy and maybe some Turkish delight. Now, actually, that sounds amazing. And two, I forgot, you're the viewer that can like, what, if I'm correct, you can taste sounds? Because you said in one of my streams, the way I said the word joy, you said it tasted interesting. I thought that was so cool. All right. Now, I don't usually do like personal ones on stream, but somebody asked a little bit ago if they were going to get a new job in 2021, and I just felt like that could be looked at in just a couple of cards. In 3 cards, yes, you will. Aces are always my yeses. The wand suit actually does talk a lot about work. So there is new work, opportunities for new work, something that you feel like you were meant to do. And it's something that's kind of part of your soul's like plan, you know, things that you wanted to do before incarnating. It's going to be one of those things. And it's just cool, like, so those things that bring us joy and things that we feel like we're meant to do, that doesn't necessarily have to be a career or a job. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that brings in money. But for you, it does happen to, you can happen to make work out of it. And Chariot is Spirit saying, go ahead, go for it. The Spirit wants you to spend less time worrying about it and more time just living your life in the present moment. Because that job offer will come. So, yeah. Seems like it's looking really good. Those are very positive cards to get. Bianca, I agree. Our world has had so many obstacles. And like, I'm sure that, I'm sure that 2020 was probably a great year for a lot of people. You know, it just depends on what happens in our personal lives and how we see it and what we do with it, right? That makes us think, oh, this was a good year. Oh, this was a crap year. But I know that a lot of people have had tough times this year. Like, I don't know how many people I have heard from that said like they had all kinds of plans, Either it was, you know, travel plans that got thrown out, or like career plans that got slowed down. But yeah. Ooh, but you know what? Yes, Little Sparrow, that's a good point. You guys gave Trump the boot, and that was great. Excuse me. You guys, as I like to say, you dumped Trump. And it's only a few more weeks until the new people take over. So that's like, that's why I did my video about the White House staff, because that's like, it's so close to new administration. They've been waiting for this for so long, some of them. It's like, how are they doing right now? Like, they got to be so antsy. And it was, Spirit basically told me, it's like, they're hanging in there. They're feeling pretty good about it. Bianca says, I had planned a neighborhood vigil tonight in honor for all the people that passed during this 2020, but it's been raining all day. Oh, so you don't know if you'll be able to do it as planned or virtually. Is it supposed to be decent weather tomorrow? Like New Year's Day or something? But that's a really nice idea too. Hi Patricia, hi to everybody else who just joined. Happy New Year to you guys too. There, now I can see some cards and stuff better. Ah, nice. Do we have any other questions? I got my cards out. I can go for a little while. Let's see. You know what? What are some good things we can come to expect for 2021? What are some good things that are going to come into the world 2021? What are some good things that will come into the world in 2021? I like this. First of all, the relief of burdens. The relief of our burdens. Because we were talking about obstacles earlier and how this year has just been full of them. We're getting through them, okay? So a lot of energies have changed out there. A whole lot of the crap in the universe has moved around and lined itself up just so. We went through a time where we had to really go through it with some hard stuff between the 12th and the 21st of December, where like we had a ton of old baggage to release. Now that that's done, some of our burden has been lifted. And we're just going to continue to work through some of our current problems. I'm hearing from Spirit, the solutions will begin to present themselves throughout the year of 2021 as we start tying up loose ends from the previous year. We have the strength. It's like we have this newfound strength. It's almost like we're done with being tired and now we can actually get out of bed. And we can continue to grow our lives. It seemed like everybody was put on hold during 2020, and I'm just being told that in the new year, you know, yeah, it might take a little bit of time, but we are moving now towards this place where we can move on with our lives and we can continue to grow. Okay. Oh, good question, Merida. Is that how you say your name? Is it Merida? Or like, how do you say that? Because I always just read it as like the girl from Brave. Merida. But anyways, her question is, will the understanding of COVID help cure other diseases in the future? Something good out of something bad. Spirit's saying that we've seen this before. I'm just hearing like smallpox and cowpox, and using knowledge of those diseases to help prevent other ones from that similar kind of family. Why is half of my deck upside down? What is going on? Okay. Basically, yes. So yeah, this is something the world is not going to forget anytime soon. And it's going to be a concerted effort from all different nations and regions and stuff to do this kind of research. Over time, they will have a lot more data, and I think a lot more, for some reason I'm just getting like they're waiting on just more data and more statistics and stuff as people start to get better. But they're just waiting on more information. But it's also saying that after a while, this kind of illness will learn how to nip it in the bud. So like this card, it's only a 2. We didn't let it get to 10, let's just say. They're able to, oh, you know what? Somebody's showing signs of this. Let's treat it before it gets, or like, oh, you know, there's something that's in a similar family to these illnesses that's popped up. Okay, well, let's see what we know about this one. Oh, good, we can use it to treat this one. Like, I don't know why that's kind of coming in from Spirit. I'm not being very specific because I'm sorry with my words, but I'm just getting all these mental images of, and why am I being reminded of smallpox and cowpox? Because the treatment of one kind of led to the elimination of another one. I don't really know how that, weird, but it's like when they did develop a vaccine for it, like it was just about eradicated smallpox. Ooh. That was a really good question, Merida. And it looks like, yeah, it's a good thing. It's something that's really difficult right now, and it's one of those things that it's like our future generations are going to say, like, it really sucks that people had to live through that, but we're grateful for what they went through because now they have the tools to keep it from happening to us. Do you have any other? I'm just looking at comments. Ellie has a good point. This year of COVID isolation has given a global opportunity for stopping the daily treadmill and looking inward, finding our spiritual nature. I totally agree. How are people, you know what I'm going to ask, Spirit, how are people going to change as a result of what we went through this year? How are people going to grow and change as a result of what we went through this year? How are people going to grow and change as a result of what we went through this year? Okay, first 5 of Wands. This is just talking about our conflicts and stuff, a lot of people are going to be seeing conflicts that they initially dealt with as really petty. The relationships that we do care about are going to matter most to us. They're going to become paramount. I also see less obsession with social media. A lot of people are just making that personal choice to either use it less or just to stop altogether. It's hard to stop altogether, but you know, some people do like to stop using one particular app or site, or just put a bit of a limit on how much they scroll. Because this seems to help stir a lot of that petty conflict that we have between each other, that people have between each other, I should say. So they're going to focus less on that, and as a result, it's like people are tired of fighting and not getting along, so they just want to be with the ones that they love, and it's like, screw everybody else that doesn't vibe with me, or like, the people that I had problems with. Screw all that. Let's let them be okay. Let's wish them all the best, but I'm going to focus on me. How else? Smaller joys are going to feel like great accomplishments and are going to feel like great euphoric, like just happinesses. I don't know why that just came in, but it's like, we weren't supposed to have indoor gatherings to do anything like that this year or whatever, but in the future, being able to go to a family birthday party, or being able to actually go camping or with groups of friends or with another family or whatever. While in previous years, it's like, yeah, whatever, people do that all the time every year, but it's going to be even more exciting, and we're going to just appreciate it so much more. We're going to have so much more appreciation for smaller joys. We hold our loved ones a lot closer. And it sucks that so many people did lose loved ones this year from disease and whatever else happened. But, this has just caused people in general to look at the ones they care about and be like, okay, I'm not taking you for granted. I don't want to do that anymore. Exactly, Ellie. As soon as I said it, you said it. We're stronger. We're a lot stronger. We're tougher because of what we've been through. Other challenges come up, and it's like, you know what? I got through this last thing, or I got through 2020. I can get through this challenge here. Sometimes when people are alone too long and have run out of distractions, they have to go inwards. It causes them to go inwards and take a look at all their pain or all of their things that need healing. It makes them go into that deeper part of themselves. Now, some people have no problem going into the deeper parts of themselves because they feel like they've done a lot of inner work and they're comfortable with who they are and they're comfortable with their inner self. Some people aren't. And some people have a very hard time going there, and they use all kinds of distractions, being with friends or partying or doing whatever. But when you can't really go anywhere, do anything, some people have had to go face to face with their inner self. And I'm just reading off the bottom of the deck now that we had the moon there with that getting into your inner self, and then we have the Fool. It started them on a path of awakening. And maybe if they hadn't been stuck at home, bored, if they hadn't run out of weed and there was nothing on TV or whatever, had to actually go inwards, whether they wanted to or not. And it's all turned out to be a very good thing. It's triggered a lot of people's spiritual awakening. This is a beautiful thing. Okay, I'm going to put these here. Oracle cards. I have done oracle cards in a while. I think the last stream, yeah, we did, but I felt like my brain was all over the place last stream. I think my brain is just always all over the place all the time. Oracle cards. All right. Let's use the Living Reiki deck. I haven't used this in a long time and I feel guided to use it. What's something important? Whoa. What's something important we're going to learn 2021? Something important we're going to learn in 2021. There's two that came to my attention. The first one is this pink one. It says, you are living. Being more in touch with your experiences help you to realize that you are living rather than just existing. And that is one of the benefits of meditation. Okay, so a lot of us, we might get more into meditation or more into mindfulness because it allows you to experience and enjoy a feeling of being at one with yourself and the universe. So a big thing we're going to be learning in the new year, being present, being mindful. And honestly, I think if he's up for it, I think a bunch of you may have been around when I did my stream with Alan Watts, that medium reading on him, the philosopher, Zen philosophy. He's very, very good at describing how to be present and how to be grounded and things like that. I wouldn't mind seeing if I can get in touch with him a little bit more. Maybe do another medium reading with him and see if he can teach us some more about being present and being mindful. The next thing we're going to be learning about is attitude of gratitude. It is important to value and appreciate many things in our lives and to be grateful for our many blessings, to develop an attitude of gratitude rather than just taking things for granted or thinking with regret about what we haven't got. As our consciousness is raised, as we start to awaken more, we know instinctively that every living thing is a part of us and we are a part of it, and everything is a part of the divine, God, the source, or whatever we choose to call it. It is therefore right to give thanks for everyone and everything in this beautiful world. Now, I say all this stuff, but like we need, being mindful, we're learning about this and we're getting into meditating and stuff like that. I need to get better at meditating. Oh, I immediately heard from Spirit, don't put it like that. You don't need to get better at it, you just need to do it more. Okay. What's something we're going to attract? I got our Ask and It Is Given cards, Law of Attraction here. What are we going to attract in the new year? Oh, somebody in the comments said I looked cute today. Thank you. I love doing little space buns. My hair is the right length to do them now, so. Okay, let's see. What are we attracting in the year 2021? There's two that want to be answered. Okay, the first one says, I will never cease being or desiring. So first of all, right away, this is reminding me of how we're going to get better at just being present, at living in this moment right now, as opposed to, like that one card was saying, just being like, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's just go through the motions. Let's just exist, whatever. No, we're going to get better at being present. And so it helps us to remember that we will never cease to be. And new desires will be constantly born within you. Source will never stop answering your desires, and your expansion is therefore eternal. And so you may begin to relax if in this moment there's something you desired that has not yet come to fruition. I think what this is talking about too with like desire, almost like a desire to learn. There's always going to be something that we will want to learn, because we might be completely grateful with everything we have. We might feel like I have everything I need and want. I don't want anything else in my life. Everything's perfect. But I think we always have this innate desire to grow and to learn. So we're never going to stop wanting, our souls are never going to stop wanting what's best for us, and we're never going to stop desiring to have experiences, craving experiences. Now the next thing, hey, oh, before I say anything, I saw we had 66 in the chat right now, and we had 66 thumbs up, and that was really cool. I love when the numbers match. Now we have 69 in the chat, haha, and I'm giggling because I'm super mature. Okay. Our intention to it invites it in. This is another thing we're going to get real good at here. Every thought that you give your attention to expands and becomes a bigger part of your vibrational mix. Whether it's a thought of something you want or a thought of something you do not want, so we've got to be careful. We think about what we want, but we think about it as, I'm grateful that I have this. Your attention to it invites the essence of it into your experience. So, manifesting and creating our own reality, like that is something really big that's going to be like for us to learn in the coming year, because I feel like in 2020 it was so challenging. It was hard to like, okay, I want to manifest, you know, like a really good family trip to the beach or whatever, and like everything was closed, right? Hard to manifest, you know, going somewhere when the thing you wanted or place you wanted closed. So the lesson here was to just have gratitude and patience, right? This time around, it's going to become a whole lot easier, because we actually mastered during 2020 being able to have gratitude and patience, and to be able to just continue enjoying our lives in the moment, or just to continue enjoying something about our lives, that it's sort of, it's making it a lot easier for us to manifest in the coming year. We've learned a lot. Might not feel like it, or maybe it does. It depends on who you are and how you perceive your reality, but we've learned a lot. I think I'm going to do one more. We're going to do a Path of the Soul card, and this is just a message for us right now from Spirit. Whoop! Oh, okay, so the one just jumped out, wanted to make itself known. Now, there's no words on it or anything except for the guidebook, but I like to do my intuitive impressions first and then see what the guidebook says. I like this one. It's really beautiful. Number 39. And this is a deck by Cheryl Harnish. She's a very good illustrator here. She does a lot of beautiful art with fractals and stuff. I just have here that our innate divinity is coming out. With these, I see angel wings, where it's like we, for all this time, have been like keeping them hidden, and that part of ourselves has just not been ready to come out yet. But now I just get the mental image of somebody stretching their arms and stretching, and all of a sudden these like big, beautiful, either angel wings or dragon wings or whatever you want, pop out of their back and flap and flex and, you know, get worked out. I also just see that we're going to be connecting to that divine part of ourselves. That we're going to be recognizing ourselves as what we truly are, which is, I mean, okay, at the very least, we're energy. We are love and light. We are a spiritual being having a human experience. Sure, we're going to value our human experience, and we do identify with it while we're here, because I don't know, that's just the way it is when we're here. But we're also going to recognize ourselves for who we are as a spiritual being. I do see in this thing all of the chakras lighting up. Much chakra healing, but especially these upper ones, the ajna, the third eye, the crown. Just the connection to spirit and our innate wisdom. And for a lot of people, our psychic abilities and stuff are really going to take off. And now I do want to see what the guidebook says. Okay, this was card 39. Ooh. So the guidebook is saying, channeling guide. You have a strong ability to communicate the messages and teachings of divine beings. Whether you're aware of it or not, you receive guidance and messages from those of other dimensions of existence. One of your gifts is having the ability to share these higher teachings with others. Sometimes you simply speak the words that are needed without knowing the effect or power of what you have said. The channeling guide asks that you work on fine-tuning this gift, meditate, listen, and follow the guidance you receive. So that's pretty cool. Stronger connection with spirit. We're going to be picking up all kinds of messages and help and advice from them. I think that's really exciting. Okay, so with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. I had so much fun starting off with like doing magic and setting some good intentions for the new year. I plan on recording at least one more video today. It'll be out sometime later in the week. I said I was going to do a whole bunch of stuff over the holidays, but I ended up just enjoying my holidays. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching and for your support, and I'm going to see you next upload.